Hello, welcome to our
Hello.
TED Talks. Today's topic is Inside the Mind of Master Procrastinator. And we have a warm company here. And only one suggestion. Please mute the chat on loop because we have a lot of sounds from chat during our last hangout. And also we have a link to whiteboard in our chat. Can you see it? Let me share it again. So it's whiteboard with our questions and thoughts. And we have an echo from someone.
If you're not familiar with browsers, usually you can right-click on the tab and open it in a new window. So
Gerard,
then
we
you can have
an echo from you. An echo from you. Not?
No.
Leila, maybe it's you.
no echo now. It's gone. So you can right-click on the whiteboard tab and select Send to New Window, and you can have it in a different window and put it on another screen so you can see the whiteboard and us at the same time if you want to.
Yeah, so it's a quite popular topic for us about procrastination. Everyone like it. Everyone like to speak about procrastination. Everyone like to procrastinate. I saw it before our chat, but some people have an echo again. Gerard, that's from you. And as I just realized that some people not procrastinators. How it's possible? I don't know. Let's figure it out.
I have a question to Teacher Lee. Are you a procrastinator? Because you seem to be so focused all the time.
I don't like to procrastinate. I am human and I do, but generally when something comes in, if it's something I can do quickly, I prefer to go ahead and do it now because otherwise I know I'll procrastinate until the last minute. So I do usually try to do short or quick things quickly when I can.
Wow, good for you. Because when the guy was talking, he was describing me, you know. It was just like I was looking in the mirror and all this picture, he made it clear to me because that monkey of mine is a huge beast, you know, like a King Kong. Yeah. And of course, Panic Monster is, well, he is really, really, you know, powerful when it comes to the deadline.
Diane, but how do you feel? That's important, you know.
Oh my goodness, how I feel. I loathe myself most of the time.
No, my friend, this is important. Because like Lee, I try not to be a procrastinator, and I just want to do the things in time. But it makes me a bit tense. I wish I can take the things easy.
Well, I don't know if a procrastinator takes things easy. Yeah, actually, I'm just kind of wait and see. Maybe the problem will you know, disappear all by itself. Sometimes it works, but not always, and not that often. So, yeah.
I don't know.
I would love not to be a procrastinator. But actually, I'm asking people. Gerard knows that I love this topic, and I was discussing this topic a lot. So, and I ask people, do you procrastinate? Do you tend to procrastinate? And only one person said, never. I never procrastinate. And this is a student of mine. Well, actually, she is very organized. She has 2 little children, and she studies and she works and she does a lot of stuff, and she never procrastinates. Wow. That's a miracle.
Yes, one more suggestion to everyone. We all like to speak. It's true. So if you if you want, just write something like talk or T in the chat, and we give you a voice.
Okay.
So Gerard, tell us: are you procrastinator? Are you master?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because I changed my headphones. Actually, I must admit that I am a procrastinator. Not always, but there are always times when I'm a procrastinator. And when I studied at high school, I used to procrastinate, like the speaker. So I had an exam and I waited till the last day to study. And then I had night, how do you say when you have to work, study all night?
We say an all-nighter.
All-nighter,
Yeah,
all-nighter.
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 To
Yes.
pull, to pull an all-nighter. He said
Yes, and
he was
coffee.
pulling an all-nighter.
And I think it's worse that because you not take advantage of the time you spend studying because you are tired. It's better to study a little bit and rest.
Sure.
Next.
And our question: how do you feel about that? So you are not happy about that, like right?
Yes. There's always this feeling of guilt.
Yes, I see.
I should have done that, but okay, now because I don't have much commitments, I don't have this problem.
So you found a solution.
Yes.
Vasant, how about you? What about you?
Yeah, yeah. I always like to do my work in time, but most of the time the circumstances pushes me to procrastinate. Because usually my day starts with snoozing my alarm, and the days goes on like that. But I feel bad for that. I always try to make my work in time.
So you procrastinator, but per force, not by yourself.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because you, for an example, you are well aware of my story series on loop, but every time I wanted to write my series very, I mean, what to say, earlier, but but I finished that all my episodes in the last time, like the TED speaker in that video, like I always did that in a final stage, the day before submit.
Okay. But being procrastinator for me, it's just a normal thing. I I think everyone must be, because I don't believe that exist a people who do not procrastinate. I think they just don't tell us true. That's all. And when people tell me that they like to have all work done in time, I just think that this panic monster just too much, too big for them.
Okay.
Leila, do you have that panic monster? How big is it? Do you know what we're talking about panic monster? Oh, maybe Leila not here. Yes, please.
Yvonne and my friends, I try not to be a procrastinator, but as Yvonne said, everyone can be easily. I said easily, but I try to satisfy my ego, maybe. I don't know. I just try to plan things out, and before the deadline, I just want to finish everything. That panic monster, to tell you the truth, is very big in me. I mean, I don't need the deadline or I don't need anything. He's with me everywhere. So it is a disturbing thing, to tell you the truth. So I wish I were like you, Ivan.
So your panic monster does not sleep at all. So give him a sleeping pill, please. Do something about it, because mine is sleeping all the time. As the guy said, he's dormant most of the time. Mine is just, you know, we have the saying here that if you sleep well, so your conscious is, well, healthy. I don't know. You have a, I don't know. Can you have a healthy consciousness,
Sure.
or how can you say that? Well, anyway, mine monster has the greatest consciousness of all because he's sleeping all the time.
Typical of you. I love
Oh yeah.
So that's, but one thing I have to say, when my work is concerned, I'm like that.
Mm-hmm.
In my private life, I could be easily a procrastinator. Believe me.
Well, it's a good point. It's a good point. So it's not a feature of I don't know, of personality, but it's depend on situation, right?
Sure, because as Lee said, it is too stressful.
Gerard.
I like I like the difference between things with a deadline and things that don't have a deadline.
Right.
Because if we don't have a deadline, so the panic monster doesn't appear.
Yeah, never wakes up, I'm telling you.
And sometimes those things can be very bad for our life.
Sure.
Because we should do something that we don't do, and that has a very bad consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Teacher Lee, what about your monster?
If it weren't for panic monsters, nothing would get done. It's like the speaker said, you only have a panic monster if there's a deadline.
Mm-hmm.
And what you have to look at is the consequence. If you miss a deadline, if you're going to teach a class with students, it's important that you don't miss your class time.
Right.
So you should have a bigger panic monster when the consequence is very important. If the consequence is small, like I was going to meet my friend and we were going to go shopping and you forgot, well, she might say, hey, I didn't see you, the consequence is small, so the panic monster is kind of small. So a lot of it depends on how important the deadline is, what the event is, and if it will cause you embarrassment or shame or upset a friend or disappoint your child because you missed their ball game, so it depends. But when it comes to my professional life, I have a very large panic monster. We have to be professional. We've got to be punctual. Otherwise, it may reflect on our evaluation, our performance.
Good. And we have a question from Vasans. He did not got the idea of panic monster. Who can explain it very
I
concise?
just tried to write it one. You can add some points, please, my friend.
Teacher in you talking, Leila.
But we got an answer, so okay. We had some questions. We have some questions from other members, from Irina, from Holly. What about try to answer for them? So Irina's question is: are you upset about your procrastination tendency? And I think we already answered.
Right, we covered that.
Yeah, so we have questions from Gerard. What action do you usually procrastinate in doing? Gerard, can you answer to your own question?
I think we usually procrastinate on something not really pleasant, right? Like,
if it's pleasant, who will
Yeah,
procrastinate?
exactly. So something unpleasant. What can be unpleasant? Okay,
Okay.
like cleaning the apartment, for example. I tend to procrastinate on that as well. You know, I just keep things. Okay, when it is in mayhem, then I clean it all at once. You know, and quick, pretty quick. Especially when someone is going to come visit me. So then the panic monster is there. So it is easier, actually. More fun. Excitement and all this.
Okay, Gerard, please
Yes,
talk.
I was about to answer the same as Diana did, especially if it comes my mother at home. So I have.
Oh, okay. Inspection, mother's inspection, right?
Yes,
Well, in
my
opposite,
mother.
in
Yeah,
opposite, I like to do some house cleaning if it help me to procrastinate my job issues.
Okay, and you are feeding your, this obsessive compulsive disorder, I would say. Okay, good for you.
And I would say one more thing that we normally delay or procrastinate on, other than unpleasant things, is if it takes a long time. If it's a complex or time-consuming task, a lot of times we'll procrastinate on that because if we start it now, it's going to tie me up for the next 3, 4, 5 hours, and I want to do other stuff.
Right.
Term papers, research, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Like it's very long thing. Let me read Facebook first, or like that.
Sure. Or watch YouTube videos, right? 4 or 5 hours. That's fine, right?
Yes, good. Someone want to add something, or we clear this question?
Are you satisfied, Gerard, with our answers?
yes.
Yeah. So in general, it's two things. First, unpleasant. The second, long. And it's very easy to struggle with the long things because you can split into short, and it's work, at least for me. So, and back to Gerard's questions. Give us some example of things you have procrastinated and you shouldn't. Well, story of my life, anything.
Okay.
Okay. I procrastinated studying English.
Oh, come on.
Yes, it's true because I tried to study English, but I wasn't motivated. So the second try was good because I was motivated enough, and I succeed.
Okay, and we have a new guest, Krina. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm not
Hello.
new at all.
Yes.
And Krina, I just shared a link to white web board or like that with questions with some agenda for our talking if you would like to see.
Are the same with the yesterday questions?
No,
Posted it. No?
the topic is new. So the questions are new too.
And there are more
Gerard,
questions.
Teacher Lee posted yesterday the questions.
Maybe, I don't know.
You make me nervous when I'm...
Don't be nervous. No, that's fine.
You give me anxiety. Yeah.
Okay, so now we know that
Gerard
procrastinate when he need to learn English. What else?
Yeah.
Share
I
us.
wrote you cooking. I procrastinate cooking.
But how it's possible?
I don't want to cook. My mom cooks for me.
Okay. So, because I surprised because in cooking you have a deadline. It's starvation.
Yeah, that's right. And I wish I could procrastinate on that better than something else, you know.
No, the thing is that I'm not, keen on eating a lot of things. So cooking is not enjoyable for me. So while we were talking about doing unpleasant things, this is what I want to say. Cooking, ironing, these are, just unpleasant for me. I don't know what you're thinking, but cleaning, it's okay because I can move. I'm a bit, energetic. Diane knows that. So I can't sit for a long time. And this is why I enjoy being with you, because you are full of energy, positive energy, and Lee as our star. And I'm so happy to be here with you. That's why I can concentrate. Cooking, no way. Somebody can cook, I can eat.
Okay, and I'm not going to ask everyone, but if someone want to share something, just share or write into chat. Because if I will ask to everyone, it will be too long and maybe boring. As for me, to answer on this question, I like to procrastinate when I have to make a phone calls. I hate calls, and I always try to postpone it for evening and maybe for next day or maybe next week, like that. So it's it's a hard work for me.
Ivan,
Yes.
what about calling your best friends or family or
It's
still?
another story, It's a pleasant thing, so we did
Right.
not. we already figured it out, so we don't talking about pleasant things. Nobody procrastinate about it. Nobody procrastinate about to go to party or make some fun. It's we always have time for that.
Right.
Okay.
So and Gerard, yes, Gerard, please.
Yes, we also procrastinate things that they are actually enjoyable because calling our friends or being with our relatives actually is enjoyable, but it's easier to be at home.
Another point.
Cannot agree. and and who else can't agree with Gerard? Diana?
I agree with Gerard always. Gerard,
Oh.
you know that.
Okay. I just wonder that I hear some noise from you. I was thinking
I'm
it's
sorry.
I was thinking it's a replica. It's a answer.
No. That was just me agreeing with Gerard.
So it's your agreement sound. I will know.
Sure.
Okay. Leila, what about you?
I don't know. I'm thinking of what you were saying. Sometimes, things could be very difficult. For example, like my brother, he every time procrastinate everything until the opportunity gets lost. So what I'm thinking is that sitting at home and enjoying myself is good, but if I achieve something, it's better.
Sure, but you need to see the bigger picture for that,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes you're not able, or think, okay, I still have enough time. You know what I liked in the video? That screen he shared about, with the little boxes. Each of the boxes represents the week of our life, and it is a 90-year, life. It's a long life. And actually, there were not that many boxes over there. So when you see this picture, you start to realize that time is flying and you really need to do something and not to procrastinate. Then my panic monster started to, just actually raised its head.
Yes, Diana, it's a nice segue to next questions. Tricks
Okay.
to avoid procrastinations. So we know one. It's a boxes. It's a invite a panic monster from nothing.
Right.
Who else? Who knows the tricks? Gerard, Leila, please.
I think one trick would be making something we don't like to do a routine, a daily routine. If we make that a daily routine, it will be easier to do. So a
Like a
habit.
habit. Okay. Yeah.
Leila?
I think tricks to avoid. I think we have to make plans we have to think about what we have to do, and I give myself a reward. I'm sure Lee is going to laugh at me. This reward usually is going shopping.
It's a surprise.
A reward. Okay, and actually I know another one. I shared, probably on Loop, I'm not sure about that. I shared information about the special, oh my goodness, the special bracelet, which actually gives you a shock every time you procrastinate. You can program it. You know, for example, you want to learn some new vocabulary every 3 hours, and each time you don't do that, it gives you the shock. So probably it helps you not to forget and not to procrastinate. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's a good way. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it works for someone.
Wasans, do you have a tricks to
Yeah,
avoid procrastination?
yeah. Actually, sticking a sticky note on walls with words that contains the result of what would happen if you procrastinate. So it would remind you what would happen if you procrastinate. So that's the best trick. And telling your friends or your relatives about your plans, it would help too.
Okay, my tricks, it's few. One of them it's to make longer task too short, to break it to short task, and the another thing I like to tell someone I will do that. I tell to my wife, and as we know from yesterday hangout, women never forget. So she will nag me why you did not do that, and it's okay. It's much
Okay.
better than any reminder system. So it's okay.
So your wife is actually working as a bracelet, shocking bracelet.
Yes.
It's the monkey, I
Same.
guess. Or it's the monster. It's the monster, oh my god.
Don't call it one white monster.
Yes. Is this
Krina?
what I understood? I like to procrastinate, so I don't see what's wrong about procrastinating. I have some pleasure when I delay my activity. So why? You want to found the dark side of us in this hangout, Ivan. I'm
No.
perfect. I'm
Ah,
perfect. I do
okay. So
everything in time, on time. No, I don't have any trick. When I have to do something, the last minute is perfect.
okay, teacher Lee, please.
There are many management philosophies on the internet to be efficient. You may have heard of a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, things that help you prevent procrastination. I would like to introduce two things just for people that may not be aware of them. I've put them on the whiteboard in my notes section. One is called the 4D philosophy. 4D, and that means you can do it, you can delegate it, have someone else do it for you, you can delay it, which is procrastination, or you can dump it. You can just throw it away and forget about it. It's not that important, just don't do it. If you follow the 4Ds, when something comes across your desk to do, you need to say, is this something I can do quickly? Can I do it and be done? If so, just do it. If it can't be done quickly, or if someone else can do it, delegate it. Tell your wife, tell your kid, son, go out and cut the grass. Wife, go buy this, or go deliver this, or whatever, or mail it to, or assign it to a colleague or a subordinate. If it has to be done, but it's not urgent, delay it. Schedule it for next week on your calendar. That way you don't procrastinate indefinitely. You just maybe delay a week, and then you'll have to revisit and say, should I delay it another week, or can I go ahead and do it now? Do I have time now? Discard or dump. If it's not important, just throw it away. If it's important, someone will come back and say, hey, you didn't do this. Oh, okay, so it is important. The other philosophy is the urgent versus important. Now, if you click on that link, you'll see a graph that has 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. What you do is you have to decide, I've got a task, is it urgent and is it important? Now, if it's not important and it's not urgent, it's in quadrant 4. Discard, throw it away, dump it. It's not important, it's not urgent, don't do it. If it's important and urgent, quadrant 1, I need to do it now. No procrastination allowed.
Yeah.
If it's important but not urgent, quadrant 2, then I can schedule it for next week and revisit or do it a little bit later. If it's not important but urgent, that means my boss wants me to do something. To my boss, since my boss wants me to do it, it's urgent. But to me, it's not important. So that puts us in quadrant 3. I can maybe have someone else do it, or, to him, if it's urgent, I need to deal with it. But if it can wait, it's not important to me, I can put it off a little bit. But the urgency and the importance determines if you do it, if you delegate it, if you delay it, or if you dump it. So that's just 2 ways to think about, should I procrastinate?
Wow.
It is the way you are doing, teacherly, because you make a long case here. But delegation is like every one of us are doing, but doesn't work most of the time.
You may
No
not
one
have
cares
anyone to
what I
delegate
say.
to.
Yeah. So
it's nice tricks. It's not a trick. We cannot count it as a trick because it's a philosophy. It's a 2 different philosophy.
yeah, it's a
But
practice.
it's a tool.
Fact. It's a tool.
You can use.
No.
Yes, and last question from Gerard. Give us examples of things usually procrastinate that don't have a deadline. Anyone want to share?
That would be a case where, I'd like to go see Europe. I'd like to see China someday. I'd like to visit England. I'd like to go see the Harry Potter tour in England, okay? Those kind of things, you may end up procrastinating, and you may never do it your entire life. So if it's something you really want to do, you need to set some deadline for yourself so the panic monster will come up and say, you need to do this now or you're going to be too old if you wait another 5 years.
Okay.
Diana?
Can we, yeah. So I was thinking about visiting doctors, like dentists, something like that. If it is not urgent, if nothing is, too bad, I tend not to do it, because I don't like them. Yeah.
I have read that it's more likely for men to postpone visit to doctor for everything.
I just don't like doctors in general, so I don't know. Don't trust them probably. That's our country, so I don't trust doctors here probably. That's why I don't go there unless I really need it.
Okay. We have many questions, and maybe someone else want to read it. Gerard, Vasant, someone.
I like Vasant's question.
Okay.
Are there any benefits of procrastination? I think it's a good one.
Yes, it's a good one. I want to know about this benefit.
Yeah, me too.
As a procrastinator, it's very important for me.
Sure.
Yeah, it might bring up some weird theories.
I can't think of a benefit for procrastination other than temporary pleasure. Like we say, if you procrastinate something you don't want to do, You can enjoy the moment, which is a benefit, but it's just a temporary benefit. Sooner or later, you have to do the unpleasant task. So the only benefit is short-term pleasure, I guess.
Layla. Layla, please.
Yvonne, I was going to say the same thing, so Lee summarized it. Thanks, Lee.
Okay, so no benefits at all, only temporary pleasure. That's all?
Yes.
But why? If it's true, why so many procrastinators here?
It's our nature. We cannot do anything about it.
People want instant gratification. That's
Right.
the monkey, remember? They want pleasure now, so you have to procrastinate if you want pleasure now.
Maybe the task goes away.
Yeah,
Maybe you don't need
Mirella,
to do it.
I wanted, yes.
This is in my mind. I say, maybe they forgot they told me to do this. Maybe I don't need to do it. Maybe they will die. I will die. Will be just
And
just
you don't,
wait.
Let's
we
say,
don't know
have
what
to
to
do
work
that, right?
before.
let's say there's a dress on sale at a low price at a store.
Where?
The sale ends tomorrow. And you may say, I need to go buy that by tomorrow or I'll miss that low price. If you delay that past the deadline, you lose the opportunity.
There are many dresses on sale nowadays. No worry. I can find a replacement. No. 100. Online, you open the computer and you find many dresses.
Yeah.
No, doesn't work.
It's a paradise for procrastinators nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. You have many opportunities.
Let's skip one questions and go to holy questions. What habit do you have that feed your procrastination? For example, one of mine, spider solitaire. It's a holy question, so do you have some habits?
I think what Holly's getting at here is, do you have a habit or something that you do to fill your time that helps you procrastinate? Like, I guess in her case, if she's got something unpleasant to do, she'll say, let me play some solitaire first. And that takes your mind off of the pressure of having to do something. It makes her forget the panic monster for a little while. So is there something you do? Like some people, we say comfort food. Some people like to eat chocolate, candy or something. And it makes them feel good at the moment, and it makes them forget unpleasant things.
Yeah.
But why we don't make our habits useful? Why not walking if you procrastinate? Why not do some sport activity like that? I'm trying to do. I don't want to call my boss. Okay, I go to gym and call him later after.
Why sport needs to be a replacement? It's a good activity for some people, not for all. You can break your leg. It's not good.
You can break your neck, just
oh God. You'll have to procrastinate forever.
In my opinion, to break a leg, it's a good opportunity to don't call to a boss. It's so good.
No, they call you. They found you in the middle of the night. It's not a good time. Was better before cell phones. Now.
Okay. Layla, please.
I was thinking of a British man once said, all the enjoyable things in life are fattening, immoral, or against the law. So what I'm thinking
yes, but how it
I don't like that man.
I don't know who is that man. I just remember because when
But I don't like him. Okay.
I'm so
I heard this like 30 years ago. 30 years ago. And I agree from the first time. So
No.
I don't know what it's left.
How it's related to our topic? How it's related? So
I was going to say, if you let me tell, we enjoy easy things. Maybe this makes us to deter actions or delay our actions and become procrastinators.
So let me summarize. So you ask us to do something illegal or immoral when we procrastinate.
Not illegal.
No.
We were talking. But if one has to do something illegal, this is a crime. I know that. I was thinking about fattening things, eating chocolate, or watching TV, stupid series, soap opera, these kind of things. Maybe these things are a way of escaping from reality.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Illegal,
Exactly.
like you don't go to work, you take one's car, and you have a car. It's illegal, but it's good for you. Don't go to work.
Yeah.
So, it's a hard example.
But I like it.
Yeah. It's illegal, it's immoral, but
Basically, what she's saying is everything in life is either pleasant or it's unpleasant.
yeah.
If it's unpleasant, we procrastinate. If it's pleasant, we do it now. The problem is anything pleasant is either fattening, illegal, immoral, causes cancer, or is habit forming.
Or, yeah, God is watching you. This is the last tool I heard every time. Oh, God is watching you. If you don't give me money, God see you.
Yes, I was disconnected immediately after I said illegal.
Oh my goodness.
So that you laughed. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Okay, to everybody. Do you think there is a relationship between being stubborn and finishing everything on time? Do you think procrastinators are not stubborn? I don't know, just asking you.
I'm stubborn as
study
hell.
on this.
I'm really stubborn. It does not, and I'm a procrastinator. So what's the correlation?
Okay.
So, I don't know. I don't think that these things are related.
Okay.
I wanted to make another point, because sometimes we could procrastinate things that actually they are not unpleasant, like going to a trip to a place. We would enjoy that, but I don't know, maybe because it requires some work to do, or
Some effort from our part, right?
Effort, yeah. But actually, at the end, we would enjoy that doing this activity.
So we are lazy procrastinators. Okay.
Like choosing your clothes to fit your luggage for a trip. It's a hard choice. It's hard to know. I need everything, so fitting just one luggage, it's hard. So sometimes I delay to take the trip. Maybe I don't like the weather.
And speaking about wait until the last minute, it's my questions. Why we got all the questions in the last day to our class?
Good one. I told you already.
Fresh in your mind. You have you want to join the hangout.
And you see, I'm a procrastinator, and I admit it. But I created the event in Tuesday, so 4 days before.
Yeah, you need Holly's approval, I guess. No, must be something. If you didn't delay.
No. The point was that I promised that that I do it. When I promise something to other people, it's not comfortable for me to procrastinate anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, you respect us. We respect you.
It's kind of like that speaker when he talked about motivation. When he said motivation, you have to make up your own reason to convince you to do it. Procrastination is the same way. If you know you need to do it, like Yvonne just talked about, sometimes you have to convince yourself or give yourself a reason why you should not procrastinate. You know, they are dependent on me. If I don't do it now, I'll be busy tomorrow because I have to go to the doctor. I have to go on a trip, you know. So sometimes you have to make your own reason to convince yourself not to procrastinate.
Good. So yes, Gerard?
I think the reason was we didn't need to pose the questions with a few days before the class, only a few hours before, because we are going to answer the questions at class. So we didn't have the rush to post the questions sooner.
Yes, that's right. And also we have a soft deadline and there is no punishment at all.
Sure. Absolutely. No punishment. No panic monster at all. That's
So
why I didn't post my questions at all.
No deadline.
Yeah, so let's just try. Let's make the rule. If you don't post the questions, we don't allow you to visit.
Okay.
In your dream, Ivan, in your dreams only.
Why? I can kick everyone.
I will make my own event, but I invite you because I like you can keep people on track.
Yes, but we will create the motivation for all of us, and you know our discussions will be perfect because everyone was thinking for 5 days before.
The answer will be the same. Your life, you are doing the same mistakes, called mistakes, and the life goes on. You go old and say, "I'm too old to change." And I know that one of the answer. You created this event from Tuesday because you like to talk with people. So it's for your one pleasure first, and after we benefit. Yeah. And Gerard is very good at finding excuses, I observe. Yeah, every time he's very, very serious and find good excuses.
Okay, and Vasans just guessed that it's the best way to keep less than 10 participants in our Google Hangout. So, you know, it's a good idea as for me to make these questions mandatory. Okay, we will think about it. And we don't have too much time, and we have some idioms, some new vocabulary, and from today talks, today discussions. And I think it's a good way to let teacher Lee teach us.
Okay, the video talked about the instant gratification. That means gratification is pleasing yourself. Gratification is pleasure. So instant gratification means you want to please yourself now. And that's the instant gratification monkey. He's usually in control. The panic monster is usually dormant. He's usually sleeping. He's usually quiet. He only wakes up when the deadline is in front of your face, and then he wakes up. So dormant, passive, in standby. The dark playground. Dark usually means evil or undesirable, unpleasant, the dark playground. Dark usually has a bad meaning. The mind box was just his name for his 1 week for every, one box for every week for 90 years. He talked about mayhem. Mayhem is chaos.
Don't type and talk in the same time because you don't hear. Type and after.
Teacher Lee, when you type in something, it's muted.
I forgot. Thank you for reminding me.
No.
Mayhem is chaos, disorder, complete confusion. There was mayhem everywhere. Okay, or everywhere was mayhem. Okay. Epiphany. I think we've probably covered this a long time ago. What's an epiphany? Anybody have an idea?
When you have a revelation?
Is the moment.
An epiphany is a sudden, it's an aha moment. Ah! Oh!
Oprah used this expression, aha moment.
Yeah. Usually it's a life-changing revelation. Like maybe you finally realize, I should not procrastinate. You know, and if that changes your whole lifestyle, that's an epiphany. But
the idea was dormant in your mind. So the idea was there.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
And that's really all of the vocabulary that I kind of caught. So that's all I have to say there.
Mm-hmm. But we have a nice one from Gerard. To pull an all-nighter. And wait until the last minute, when until the 11th hour. So it's good. So we almost feed the time. It's a good timing for us, and we can think about. Okay.
Can we make the whiteboard page like a document?
I don't know, Gerard. We save it like a picture, but you know, I don't believe that it will be for long because anyone can ruin it. Okay. Anyone who knows the link can ruin it. So that's why I save it as a picture and attach it to our classes, to our TED classes. So you can
see. I think we can protect with a password.
Maybe, but we need we need a way to share the password, and the people who can get the link, he can get the password too. So it's not so easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't found a good whiteboard tool yet. I like this one only because I can create a whiteboard in 10 seconds. And if I share that link, everybody can see this whiteboard, and any change I make, everybody sees it immediately. Like you say, you might be able to password protect it. You can create as many whiteboards as you want. You don't have to reuse the same whiteboard. There's a new whiteboard link up at the top. So unfortunately, this one you cannot make it a PDF. You can only make it an image, which is not very good. But what you can do is you can click and drag and copy the text and paste it into a Word document or something like that. That would be an option right now. If you find a better whiteboard tool, let me know.
Okay.
One question I do have, somebody posted a graph there.
It's me.
I have not been able to post a graphic. How did you do that?
It's a special trick. I just drag and drop it to the board.
Mm-hmm. Just drag and drop?
Yes.
Okay.
I save the picture on my computer and then drop it to the page.
Okay.
So it's it's not really understandable, not really easy. So nice talk as always, and we have few minutes to to discuss our next classes. Can we bear 2 classes per week or not? What do you think?
For me, okay.
What he said, yes or no? What you say, Teacher Lee, you want or not?
I'll try to support whatever you want. You're the students; it's for your benefit. So if you have the time to do 2 a week, I'll try to support you.
Okay, thank you.
It's very good news for us. So I want to try this thing. I will create 2 classes, and we will see how many participants we will have. So please register to class if you can. And if there will be two less, I mean 2 participants at all, we will cancel the class. What do you think?
The
Yes,
you,
yes, okay.
teacher Lee, and another 2 people.
So you
For
don't count
us.
us.
So we're saying a quorum of 3?
Yes,
3.
yes. At least 3 people.
At least 3, a teacher and 2 students, or 3 students. Okay.
Okay.
I don't
Ivan
know
is
exactly. Let's
student?
discuss.
No. Ivan is the leader. Yeah. Don't call him a student.
Diana, we don't
him.
hear you. Yes,
The
and
chairman. Nice.
as I see, we can easily handle 10 people in the class. It's not going to be mess, and maybe it will be good with 5. I don't know. I don't know. We can just try. So let's set up the quorum of teacher and 3 students, if everyone
2
agrees.
students. 2.
Okay. Okay. So 3 at all.
Okay.
Okay. So our
Next
class
class?
is yes. Last
Education
chance.
topic? The education topic?
We have education topic, and I would like to discuss paradoxes, if you like. We talked about one yesterday, about tree and sound, and I will collect some more paradoxes, and you are welcome to, and I will find some TED Talks about that, about paradoxes. Okay, so
Thank you.
bye for now.
Thank you very
all.
much.
Thank you.
All of you. Bye-bye.
Nice class.
Bye.
Have a great day.